How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. So today's video is going to be about, I guess in a way it's going to be about cooking, but it's going to be mainly about camp stoves. I always have wanted to do a comparison video. So this is a Going Gear stove that uses, you know, this kind of butane container right here. Then we have like one of the little it's basically, this is a generic like Msr Pocket Rocket. There's the Esbit stove, which I'm going to show you something different with that, and then there's my Hobo Stove. I'm not going to really fire that one up. I have done a video where I cook some eggs and all that stuff with this, but basically we're just going to talk about all of them, and we're going to cook a little bit on each one of them. Mainly we're going to cook on this one because I'm making some rice. And then I also want to let the two fuel stoves run, because I want to be able to tell you how long each of these canisters will last. So we're going to run them until they're empty. This one is about, what was it, like $2.50, $3, and this one is about $5. And then just talk about them all, pros, cons, you know, a couple things like that. So let's go ahead, get these things fired up and show you how they work. Okay, first we're going to start with the Going Gear. So it has a propane tank and it is 8.8 ounces. And for these, you just sit in. There's a little flip up lever, and then you can push down on the knob right here, or I guess the button, you know, pulls it in. There we go. So that pulls it in and locks it in. Now there's gas that comes out, and you can turn it on and all that stuff. So there's different ways that you can light this. One thing is it does have a, whatever they're called, where you can turn it on, you click it, and it'll automatically turn on. Now if that breaks, of course, you can use traditional lighter, turn on, and there you have it. You can probably use ferro rod on it also, not a big deal. Alright, so let's go ahead. Start a timer. There, so now we know how it works. So let's go ahead. Throw some rice on there and get it going. Turn it down just a hair, hopefully. Alright, now next one is like the Msr Pocket Rocket. It basically just screws on to the canister. You can open up for that, flip these out. And it's the same thing. It has one of the little igniters on the side, and then it's got the knob right on there. And I mean, these things put out a lot. So let's go ahead and put some water in this and let it boil. Alright, now let me show you these two. So flame underneath there, working good. You got that one. So both of them are firing away. Now, let's talk about these. Everybody uses an Esbit stove. It is a good, like, I guess you could say that is a good backpacking thing. It is nice, it's tiny. They come with the fuel tabs that you can put on them and all that kind of stuff. Well, why use fuel tabs? I mean, they are good, but they can wind up getting expensive. You can use, like I've done here, is you can put sticks in it and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you need tinder, pencil sharpener, and a small stick, and you just start cranking out, and it makes tinder. You can just sit here and fill this thing up. And I mean, you have this fine, thin stuff. Now, you can start it traditional, like, you know, lighter. And there we go. And literally, I walked around my yard for like 2 minutes and picked up all these sticks right here. I mean, basically a bag full within 2 minutes. Bark, sticks. This is just laying in my yard. And as long as you have sticks, you have a fire. These Esbit stoves work fine. You don't always need to have a fuel tab. They will work really well just on their own with sticks and all that kind of stuff. So I like having those in my backpacks, and they work good because size wise, I mean, where'd the box go? Oh, here you go. So size wise, you got this compared to this. Ooh, hey, look, rice is boiling. All right, well, let's crank her down to low. Now that did not take long to boil. That like took less time to boil than on my stove in there. And my stove is gas also. So let's check this. See what it's doing. It's minutes away from boiling. Well, I'll tell you, all of these, in my opinion, have different uses. So the big stove, you know, it's huge. I mean, it's like 1 foot, you know, 1 foot, 1 foot, you know, it's like it's pretty decently sized. That is a good camping thing. Have it in your bag. Well, for me, I have it in a tote, which this one right here, so I can use it going out camping and all that kind of stuff. That's what the big one is for. The Pocket Rocket, well, same thing. It can be used for camping, maybe like backpack. You know, if you, I use that for car camping. This one could be a good backpacking stove. Also, the Esbit stove could be a good backpacking stove. For me, I do a lot of camping, so I would prefer the going gear. Ooh, this one's boiling. I just saw the lid jumping. All right, so that one was boiling within like 4 minutes. That one took about 6 minutes to boil. Not bad. So we're just going to continue to let them go, and I want to see how long they will run on the fuel before they run out. So we're just going to let them set, and I'll get back with you when they ran out. So we'll know how long each one can run. All right, so it's probably going to be a little bit, but I'll get back with you in a few. Okay, so they both turned off. So let's see here. 142, well, it's not going to zoom. So a minute and 42 was that one. And then the other one was about a minute. An hour and 42 for this one, and about an hour 55 for that one. Now, this one, you know, hour and 40, hour and 50, give or take a little bit. Now, I know I could probably stretch each one of them a little bit further before they started to flicker out, because they were kind of high, medium high. If you turn them down a little bit, because you're not going to cook on high all the time, so you're going to be fluctuating and all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure you can make both of these last over 2 hours easily. But again, so let's go over these real quick. This one is big, it's bulky. It is good if you're going to have it in a tote for camping. More of a backpack, because it is a lot more compact and all that stuff. It's just easy. My homemade Hobo Stove, that one, I guess you could still do backpack with it, because it tears down, that goes in, so that's good. But then the Esbit stove is strictly, that is a backpack style stove, because it is super tiny. One thing I do like about the Esbit stove compared to the other two is, as long as you have sticks, it'll burn. So, I mean, I know you're not going to want to burn that for over 2 hours, but hypothetically, that one could be infinite. You could run that one forever, because as long as you have sticks, you have fire. So, it's all pick or choose on what you want and what you're going to do. But I just wanted to kind of go over everything that I had in different circumstances that you would use different stoves in. So, just wanted to kind of go over that kind of stuff. Now, you can pick and choose on what kind you want, but now you also know how long these fuel containers will last. The one on the middle right here, this style, they do make a bigger one that's probably twice the size, so you probably can get close to 4 hours out of that one. But of course, it is a lot bigger. But who's going to be cooking for 4 hours straight? So this is going to last you a long time, both of those. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you in the next one.